on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to have the complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining this Bhakti Sangha conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all are joining this morning in this class today?
Hare Krishna, Diti Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Priti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna, happy Diwali, happy Govardhan Puja to all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Iti Mataji. Thank you for joining. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Devidasi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharajas, and all glories to the assembled devotees. This is Tiffany in Pennsylvania, and happy Govardhan Puja to all the dear devotees on the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Tiffany Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you for joining every day, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas, and happy Govardhan Puja to everyone. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Devi Mataji. Govardhan Puja ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you for joining every day, Mataji. Thank you for your services. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, actually Aditi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada Srila Gurudev ki jai. Vrinda Shishi Govardhan Puja ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Happy Govardhan Puja to all. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees on the call. Please accept my humble obeisances. Happy Govardhan Puja to everyone. This is Harita from Houston. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you for joining, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. Yashamati from Chicago. Happy Govardhan Puja to all the dear devotees.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you for joining this morning. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. And happy Govardhan Puja to everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Devi Dasi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Happy Govardhan Puja to you, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to the assembled devotees. And happy Govardhan Puja to all of you. This is Anita Ramia from Sharjah, UAE.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you for joining this morning, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Shyama Guru Devidasi from Charlotte, and happy Govardhan Puja to everyone.
Hare Krishna, Shamaguri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you for joining every day, and thank you for your services, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Taji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Lincoln. Wishing you all a very happy Govardhan Puja. Mataji, Prabhuji is already on the call.
Okay. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would request Tiffany Mataji to go ahead for the brief introduction of Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mataji, please take over.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. We are so very fortunate to have with us today His Grace Krishna Dhan Prabhuji. He has been a senior brahmachari and full-time preacher at ISKCON Nashik since 2008. He is presently the president of ISKCON Nashik and looks after youth preaching activities there. As the founder and director of Samruddhi School of Leadership, he has been stressing how crucial it is to train and guide teenagers. He has written a book called Get, Set, Go, Student Success Handbook, which is highly acclaimed for its lucidity and for being a practical guide in Krishna consciousness. Prabhuji has also written another book called Launch Your Life to the Next Level. His motivational speaking has struck chords with many industrialists as well as with youth in bringing all to the platform of Krishna consciousness. His seminars and courses based on Vedic scripture have found a niche among corporations and colleges across Mumbai. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, welcome to the call. So wonderful to have you back with us.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Dhan Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. We are very fortunate to have His Grace Krishna Dhan Prabhu today in our midst today. And Prabhuji will enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, verses 3.3.28. Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So let's begin by chanting some invocation prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome all of you for this today's session on Srimad Bhagavatam. I'm just sharing a screen with all of you. We are discussing today from 6th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 3. Slok number 28. The slok goes like this. Tan anayadvam asato vimukhan mukunda padara vindamakaranda rasada jasram निष्किञ्चनै परमहंसकुलैरसङ्गै जुष्टात् गृहे निरयवर्त्मनि बद्धतृष्णान्. We'll read translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation: Paramahamsas are exalted persons who have no taste for material enjoyment and who drink the honey of the Lord's lotus feet. My dear servants, bring to me for punishment only those persons who are averse to the taste of that honey, who do not associate with Paramahamsas, and who are attached to family life and worldly enjoyment, which form the path to hell. Purport: after warning the Yamadutas not to approach the devotees, Yamraj now indicates who is to be brought before him. He specifically advises the Yamadutas to bring him the materialistic persons who are attached to household life merely for sex. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Yanmaitunadi Gruhamedi Sukham Hetucham, people who are attached to household life for sex only. They are always harassed in many ways by their material engagements, and their only happiness is that after working very hard all day, at night they sleep and indulge in sex. Nitrayariyate naktam vyavayena chavavayah. At night, materialistic householders sleep or indulge in sex life. Divacharte haya rajan kutumba baranena va. During the day, they are busy trying to find out where money is, and if they get money, they spend it to maintain their families. Yamraj specifically advises his servants to bring these persons to him for punishment and not to bring the devotees who always lick the honey at the lotus feet of the Lord, who are equal to everyone and who try to preach Krishna consciousness because of sympathy for all living entities. Devotees are not liable to punishment by Yamraj, but persons who have no information of Krishna consciousness cannot be protected by their material life of so-called family enjoyment. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.4 says, Dehapatyakalatradeshu Atma Sainyeshu Asatvapi Tesham Pramatto Nidhanam Pashyam Apina Pashyati. Such persons complacently believe that their nations, communities, or families can protect them, unaware that all such fallible soldiers will be destroyed in due course of time. In conclusion, one should try to associate with persons who engage in devotional service 24 hours a day. Very wonderful shloka, and first of all, what we can say, a very wonderful canto itself. We know Srimad Bhagavatam has 12 cantos, and in these cantos, 10 topics are being described. Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanamutayah manvantareshanam katha nirodho muktirashrayah. So these are the 10 topics which are discussed in the entire span of 12 cantos, and specifically this 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam talks much about poshanam. Poshanam means, enriching bhakti, portion of bhakti, through the case study or history of Ajamil. And this chapter number 3, which is entitled Yamraj instructs his messengers, that is what we are discussing. And we know the background story that Ajamil, though performing or living a sinful life, he chanted the name of Narayan at the time of death, though not addressing the Supreme Lord, but addressing his son. Vishnu Dutas as well as Yamadutas appeared there. So a fight ensued between these two Dutas, who will take Ajamil. And Vishnudutas were saying he has chanted the name of Lord Narayan, so he belongs to us. Yamdutas were saying, arguing that he has lived an entire life full of sins, so he is our property and he is to be punished by Yamraj. So then the matter was not getting resolved, and Yamdutas, they approach Yamraj. So in this third chapter, first of all, Yamdutas put forth a question in front of Yamraj, asking, who is the supreme controller actually? On your order, we have went there to do our duty. Never this has happened that someone has obstructed us in performing our duty. This time it has happened. So who is the ultimate master? So Yamraj actually instructed them, answered this question, who is the ultimate master? And while doing so, he also talked a lot about Bhagavad Dharma. And the process of chanting is being glorified like anything by Yamraj ji, who is none other than Mahajan. There are 12 Mahajans, Yamraj himself lists. And a few days ago, you must have listened about those Mahajans. Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Manoho Pralado Janako Bhishmo Balir Vayasakirvayam. So he lists his name also in the list of Mahajana. And therefore, what Mahabharata says, Mahajano Yena Gataha Tapantaha, one should follow the path given by Mahajanas. So what Yamraj is instructing Yamudutas is actually very much helpful for all of us, and it can do portion of our bhakti. If we this same discussion actually between Vishnudutas and Yamadutas did portion of Ajamil's bhakti, and Ajamil learned a lot from this discussion, and then he performed devotional service for next 12 years and he perfected his life accordingly. So for us, these instructions given by Yamraj to his servants, Yamadutas, is very, very, very important because it glorifies the process of bhakti. It not only instills but increases our faith in the process of bhakti. And whom you should not bring to me has been answered by Yamraj ji. That devotees, don't touch them. Don't even go into that direction. Don't look at them, because they are devotees of the Lord. So this is the standing order for Yamraj's servants from the Yamraj himself, that don't go in the direction of devotees. And then they had this question, then whom to bring? Whom should we bring? And these two verses actually what we are discussing today, 28th verse and tomorrow's verse, that will be 29th verse. These two verses talked about whom not to bring. So basically in today's verse, it is said, Mukunda Padaravinda Makaranda Ajastram Jushta. Devotees, they enjoy the nectar emanating from the lotus feet of the Lord. So always you will find whenever we talk about, first of all, feet, they are compared to a lotus feet of the Lord, and a nectarian flow, Padar Vinda Makaranda, a honey dripping from those lotus feet. And devotees are like compared to bumblebee who are hovering around the lotus feet to enjoy that honey, because their minds are always immersed in meditating on those lotus feet. Krishna Tvadiya Padapankajapan Charantam Adyaiva Me Vishatu Manasaraj Hamsa Prana Prayana Samayeka Bhavat Pittai Kantha Varodhana Vidhav Smaranam Kutaste. A very favorite verse by Srila Prabhupada's favorite verse, King Kulashekhar. So this is being prayed. Krishna Tvadiya Pada Pankajara Panjarantam Adyaiva me Vishatu Manasa Rajhamsa. My mind is now drinking the honey emanated from your lotus feet, and now I want to quit my body because I don't know when on deathbed, because of Kantavarodhana Vidahu Smaranam Kutaste, if I will have cough, or I might be in coma, or I don't know what state I'll go through. But now when my mind is absorbed in you, I want to give up my body. I don't want that last moment when I don't know whether I'll be able to remember you or not. So this the concept of honey emanating from the lotus feet of the Lord is everywhere, and you can find a number of verses throughout our scriptures, to such an extent that once Krishna himself was amazed and himself wanted to taste, what is there in my lotus feet that devotees enjoy. Let me taste. Kararavinde napadarvindam mukharavinde viniveshayantam vatasya patrasya puteshayanam balam mukundam manasa smarami. The image is brought forth in front of us. Kararavindena, with the help of his hand. Arvinda, every part of the body is compared to Arvinda here. Arvinda means the lotus feet. Kararavindena padarvindam. Padarvinda means by his hand he caught hold of his lotus feet. Kararavindena padarvindam mukharavinde viniveshayantam. And he tried to put that lotus feet into his mukharavinda. So Kararavinda, Padarvinda, and Mukharavinda. These three Arvindas are talked about. Kararvindena, Padaravindam, Mukharavinde, Viniveshayantam, Vatasya Patra. And the Krishna is sleeping on the leaf. Vatasya Patrasya. Vatasya. Vatavruksha. Banyan tree. Leaf of a banyan tree. Krishna is sleeping on that. Puteshayanam, Balamukundam, Manasasmarami. My mind is remembering that image, that chavi of the Lord. So there is a famous image also like that. So Krishna also wanted to taste, what is that nectar which is emanating from my lotus feet, which even I am unaware of, and devotees relish that. I want to taste it once. So highly talked about. Mukunda Padaravinda Makaranda. So devotees, they enjoy that. And lotus feet emanate nectar is being talked at various places, and one such example which I want to tell you is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, which is said by none other than a great devotee, Uddhava. 11th canto, 19th chapter, verse number 9. Tapatrayena bihatasya ghore santapyamanasya bhavadvanisha Paschamina anyat sharanam tavangrim dvandvat patrat amrutabhivarshat. Lotus feet of the Lord is compared to an umbrella. Atapatra. Atapatra means umbrella. Now umbrella we use, and it has only one function. It can stop the rain from coming on your body. So you hold umbrella so that the rain won't affect you. Now here we are all affected by three tap, Adhyatmik, Adibhautik, and Adidevik klesha. Tapatrayena abhihatasya ghorya and santapyamanasya. We are constantly being tormented and tapyamanasya. We are being heated by these three, Adhyatmik, Adibhautik, and Adidevik, and Paschami na anyat charanam tavangrim. I don't see any other shelter to come out of this other than your lotus feet, dvandva. But these lotus feet are like what? They are atapatra. Atapatra means umbrella. So three taps are pouring a huge amount of water flow. So we need a huge solid umbrella. So that umbrella is lotus feet of the Lord. But not only that, the umbrella is called as Amrutabhivarshat. So this umbrella is not only protecting you from the three tapas, but it is also providing nectar. It is generating nectar for you. Just like you are going in a rainy season on a heavy rain day. So there is huge downpour of rain, you open an umbrella, and when it rains, it is also like a lot of cold is there, like chilling cold. So you need something warm. So you have an umbrella which will not only stop the rain from the top, but also will generate heat within, so that you feel comfortable. So that analogy is given to the lotus feet of the Lord. They not only protect you from the three tapas, the rains of three tap, but also give the warmth of nectar. Dvandvat patrat amruta bivarshat. So the lotus feet are like the only shelter, and there is no other shelter. Lakshmi Narsimha Karavalamba Stotra also, a very beautiful analogy is given. We are all burning in the three tapas, right? Sansara dar dav dahana kulabhi karoru jwalavali viti atidagdha tanoru hasya tvatpad padma sarasim sharanaagatasya Lakshmi Narsimha mamadehi karavalambam. Sansar dav dahana kulabhi karoru. Sansar is always compared to a fire. Samsara dava nalalidha loka tranaya karunya ghana ghanatvam. Samsara dava dhana kulabhi karu. And what these jwalas are doing? Jwala valibhati atidagdha tanuru hasya. My skin is burning. I'm when you are amidst a huge fire, imagine what will happen. The skin will burn. You'll be burning and screaming at the top of your voice. And he's saying, Pada Padma Sarasim Sharana Gatasya. Now I have come to take shelter of your lotus feet, which are like a lake. Saroru Hasya. Sarovar. No, a lake. A person who is like on fire, and that person is now immediately put, the water is not poured on him with the help of pipe or what, but that person will lift that fellow as he has caught fire, and then put completely him into a lake. Immediately the fire will be extinguished, right? And the kind of feeling, soothing feeling the person will get, there is no comparison to it. Lakshmi Narsimha mamadehi karavalambam. Lakshmi Narsimha, please protect me under your shelter. So we are all burning in this material world, burning because of these three tapas: Adhyatmik, Adibhautik, Adidevik, anxiety, suffering, tensions, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam. So the only shelter which Uddhav says, I don't see any other shelter. Dvandvat patrat amruta vivarsat pashyami na anyat sharanam tavangi. I don't see any other shelter than the lotus feet of the Lord. So we have no other shelter than the lotus feet of the Lord. In this verse specifically, who is relishing and who can enjoy the honey emanating from the lotus feet of the Lord? There are three characteristics mentioned of those devotees. What are these three? I'll again share the. So these are the three. Nishkinchanaihi. Nishkinchanaihi means those who don't have any material possession. Or basically Nishkinchanaihi means those for whom Lord is the only possession. They consider Lord only as their possession and nothing material as their possession. Everything belongs to the Lord, so nothing belongs to me. That is Nishkinchana. Paramahamsa Kulaihi. Second category. Paramahamsa Kulaihi means exalted personalities, pure devotees of the Lord. And Asangaihi. Asangaihi. Prabhupada translate here Asangaihi as who have no material attachment. So who have no material attachment. So Padar Vindamakaranda Makaranda Rasad Jastram. Makaranda Rasa. Honey emanating from the lotus feet of the Lord. These people is enjoyed by these people. Which people? Justad. Justad means enjoy or relish. They relish. Who relish? Nishkinchana, Paramahamsa Kula, and Asanga. Those who don't have any material possession, but who consider only Lord as their possession, their property. Those who are exalted devotees, and those who have no material attachment, Asanga. They enjoy this. So these are the three categories of the people who enjoy. And who are not doing that, Vimukhan, those who have turned against these lotus feet of the Lord, and they are going which direction? Niraya Vartmani. They are on the path of hell. Because of what? Baddha Trushnan. They are bound by so many Trushnas, material desires. Tan Anayadvam Asato. Those Asat people, those who are non-devotees, Tan Anayadvam, bring them to me. So this is what is being said. So bring those whom Baddha Trushnan Tan Anayadvam Asato Vimukhan. So again, whom to bring? These three categories are mentioned. First is Baddha Trushnan, those who are bound by their own material desires. Asataha, those who are like Asat. Asat means Prabhupada translates here, non-devotees. Those whose goal is Asat, Sat and Asat. Those whose goal is temporary, Bahirarthamaninaha, like that. And Vimukhan, those who have turned against the Lord. So bring those to me. So Yamaraj is saying, bring those to me. Basically, if you see whom Yamaraj is asking to bring, is all those people who are Asurik. Because all these, Baddha Trishnan, Vimukhan, they are all characteristics of people having Asuric mentality. And 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is entitled Daiva Asura Sampada Vibhaga Yoga, Asuri Sampati is described there. 16th chapter, 11th and 12th shlokas, they talked about the same thing, Baddha Trishnan. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upasritaha kamopabhoga parama etavaditi nishtitaha ashapasha chatair baddha kamakrodha parayanaha ihante kamabhogartham anyayenartha samchayan. Chintam aparimeyam cha. Aparimeyam, infinite anxieties they go through. Till what time? Pralayantam upasita. Till pralay, they go to these anxieties. And what is their what is their topmost goal? Kamopabhoga param. What is the param goal is kamopabhoga. Enjoy, just enjoy. And etavaditi nishchitaha. They are determined to fulfill their desires. And because of that, asha pasha shatair baddha. Shatai means hundreds of desires bound them. And they are expert in what? Kama krodha parayanaha. They have fully given themselves to kama and krodha. Ihante kama bhogartham, and to fulfill their desires, anyayena artha sanchayan. They take up to even illegal means to acquire wealth. Maybe killing someone or like that, Prabhupada translates. So this is the pathetic situation of a conditioned soul. Vimukhan, he has turned himself away from the lotus feet of the Lord, which is the shelter for everyone. Pantah swasharanam yatha. As we travel and when we come back home, we feel satisfied. Similarly, we feel satisfaction when we take shelter under the lotus feet of the Lord. But Vimukhan, we have given up that and we are seeking same bliss. Excuse me. We are seeking same bliss, same ananda in something temporary, in something non-Krishna conscious. Vimukhan. And once we become Vimukh, then there is Baddha Trishna, bound by material desires. I want this, I want that, I want that. So many Trishna, Asat Trishna, as they say. Asat Trishna is Trishna for something different from Krishna. That Trishna is the cause of our birth and death in the material world. And this is the pathetic situation of a Sansari Jiva. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj is speaking to his father. A very wonderful discussion. 7th canto, 5th chapter, slok number 30. Prahlad Maharaj says, Matirna Krishna Paratah Swato Va Mitho Vipatyeta Griha Vratanam Adanta Gobhir Vishatam Tamishram Punah Punahachar Vitachar Vananam. These jiva, Prahlad Maharaj is talking about these jivas, what is their pathetic condition? Punah Punahachar Vitachar Vananam. They are chewing what has already been chewed and trying to get some enjoyment out of that. 84 lakh pieces of life we have gone through. Same thing we have repeatedly tried, repeatedly done, and again we are doing the same thing again and again. Punah punah charvita charvanana, and they are on the royal road to hell. Proper translation. Adanta gobir vishatam tamishram. They are entering into hellish condition of life. And matir na Krishna. Their mati cannot go into Krishna. Paratah swatova mithopi padyata. By their own efforts, by the efforts of others, or the combined effort of themselves and the others, their mati will not go into Krishna. Matir na Krishna paratah swatova mithopi padyata, because they have taken a vrata. Which vrata? Gruha vratanam. We are grihavratis, and we want to be in this household tap in this material world. That is their vrata, and they end up into hellish planets. Vishatam tamishram. So this is the pathetic condition. Now someone may question, Krishna is Ananda Ghan, Krishna is full of all bliss. Why don't people worship Krishna then? If they are suffering so much, why don't they worship Krishna? Krishna is Sachidananda Vigraha. They should worship Krishna and put full stop to all their miseries. Prahlad says, no, they can't worship. Why? Slok number 31, Prahlad gives the answer. Nate viduh swartha gatim hi vishnum durashayaye bahirarthamaninaha andhayat handair upaniyamana tepi shatantryam urudam nibaddaha. Urudamni baddaha. Dam means rasi, Damodar month is going on. Dam udar, one whose belly is bound by the rope. Urudamni baddaha. They are bound by long chains. Nate viduhu swartha gatim Vishnu. They don't know that Vishnu, who is Supreme Master, who is source of everyone, is our real destination, is our real gati. That is our real swartha. Because of what? Durashaya. Their asha has been worsened. Bahir arthamaninaha. Something which don't have any value. Anartha. They have given artha to that. Bahir arthamaninaha. Bahi means outside. Outside of them. Shabda sparsha rupa rasa gandha. They want to enjoy all this through their sensory organs. Bahir arthamaninaha. And for that, who are their heroes? These materialistic people are their heroes. They are their role models, and they are just blindly following them. Andha yathandhair upaniyamana. And the path set by those leaders, these people, they follow the same path, and then they glide down into a ditch. Hellish life. So because something outside of them, they have given value to that, and they don't consider their real worth or real value to be Lord Vishnu, therefore they are suffering. And therefore they will not be able to worship Vishnu because they don't consider him to be valuable. So our values are defined by whom you value, right? So just change the valuable for the people, and their values will change. Sridhar Swami in this commentary to 7.5.31 quotes a very, very wonderful shloka, He says, Vishayavishta chittanam Vishnu avesha suduratah varune diggatam vastu vrajana indrim kimapnuyat. What Sridhar Swami says, a wonderful thing. Vishaya avishta chittanam Vishnu avesh suduratah. Vishaya avishta chittanam. Avishta means entered, like avesh means like something like being haunted by ghost. You must have heard. is called as Bhut Avesh, haunted by something. So Vishaya Avishta Chittanam, one whose chitta, one whose heart is being haunted by Vishaya, material desires, Vishnu Avesh Sudurata. Vishnu cannot enter. Like Hindi, there is a slogan, एक म्यान में एक ही तलवार रह सकती है. So there can be only one sword at a time in a cover, right? So Vishaya Avishta Chittanam, if we have given place to Vishaya in our heart, Lord Vishnu cannot enter. Vishnu Avesh Sudurata. Vishnu Avesh cannot happen in that place. And he gives an example. Varune Diggatam Vastu Varjanendrim Kimapniyat. If you have lost your thing in the western direction, how can a person going in the eastern direction find that? So it's like 180-degree opposite, you know. So Vishaya Avesh and Vishnu Avesh. So when there is Vishaya Avesh, Vishnu Avesh will not happen. So therefore, but then someone may question, when Lord is situated in the heart only, Sarvasya Chaham Rudhi Sannivishto Mattah Smrti Jnanam, Lord is situated in the heart only, why these people don't worship him and instead they go to hell? Lord is situated in the heart only. Prahlad Maharaj gives the answer. Slok number 32. Naishamatistāvat urukramangrim sprushchatyamanartho mapo gapamo yadartha mahiya sampadarajo abhishekam nishkinchananam navrinita yavat. Nishkinchananam, same word is coming in this verse also, which is there in today's verse. Nishkinchana. Naishamatistāvat urukramangrim. Tavad urukramangim. Urukrama means lotus feet of the Lord. Naisham mati, their chitta, their intelligence, their mind will not be absorbed in the lotus feet of the Lord. Tavad, until when? Prushyati mahiyasam padarajobhishekam. Unless they bathe themselves in the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord, their intelligence cannot go towards the lotus feet of the Lord. And therefore, wonderful point, 7532, Prabhupada's purport is amazing. Prabhupada writes, to become Krishna, I will read as it is, to become Krishna conscious very easily, one must take shelter of a realized soul, Mahatma, whose only interest is to engage in the service of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, to end unwanted miseries of life, one must become a devotee. So one has to become a devotee to end all these miseries. And what one needs to do, one needs to take shelter of a self-realized soul. Mahatmanas, Prabhupada quotes, Mahatmanas tumam parta devim prakriti mashitaha bhajanti ananya manaso jnata bhutadi mavdeyam. Who is Mahatma? Prabhupada says, one who has taken shelter of the Lord, take shelter of him. And again, at the end, Prabhupada writes, one must take shelter of a nishkinchana, a person engaged in devotional service and free from material contamination. That is the way to return home back to Godhead. So what is the way to return home back to Godhead? So we saw those people on the track of Narak, hellish life, and we want to take them to a reverse direction, back home, back to Godhead. So what is the solution Prabhupada is offering? Take shelter of a nishkinchana, a person engaged in devotional service and free from material contamination. So I was just searching out of interest, how do we attain lotus feet of the Lord? How do we attain? And I just opened into Chaitanya Charitamrita just to find out what is the opinion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in regards to obtaining the lotus feet of the Lord. And so the first reference I found is from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, wherein Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is instructing Sanatana Goswami, chapter 22, verse number 25. Tate Krishna bhaje kare guru ra sevan, maya jala chote paye Krishna ra charan. So Krishna ra charan, I searched that, Krishna ra charan. And actually, what interested me is, like, we had a discussion in our group meeting. So we had given some homework to devotees, and that was like trying to get something which will speak about lotus feet of the Lord. So then I spoke on obtaining the lotus feet of the Lord. So how do one obtain lotus feet? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs us, Tate Krishna Vaje, worship Krishna, and kare Guru Rasevan, and serve a spiritual master. Maya Jala Chute Pai Krishna Charan. Then Maya Jala Chute. Then you will be able to end your miseries in the material world and Pai Krishna Charan and obtain the lotus feet of the Lord. We all know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he used to reside in Jagannath Puri, devotees from various places would come and participate into Rath Yatra festival. So this has been elaborately described by Kaviraj Goswami in Madhya Leela, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri. So once Kulin Grama devotees, they came, approached the Lord, and they had put for some questions. And while replying those questions, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Prabhu kahe, Vaishnav seva, Nama Sankirtan, Dvikara Shighra Pabe, Sri Krishna Charana. What is it? Very wonderful advice. Who can obtain the lotus feet of the Lord? Dvikara, just do these two things. Shighra Pabe, Sri Krishna Charana. You will obtain lotus feet of the Lord very easily and quickly. Shighra means immediately you will obtain the lotus feet of the Lord. Dvikara, just do these two things. What are these two things? Prabhu kahe, Vaishnav seva, Nama Sankirtan. Just do these two things. Vaishnav seva, serve devotees, and Nama Sankirtan, chant the holy names of the Lord. Again, Antelila. If you go into Antelila, then 4th chapter, Sanatana Goswami's incidents again. Kubuddhi chadiya kara, Shravana Kirtan, Achirat Pabetabe, Krishnara Charana. Achirat Pabetabe, Krishnara Charana. Achirat means again same. Very easily, very quickly, you will obtain lotus feet of the Lord. But what is being asked to do? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Sanatana Goswami, Kubuddhi chadiya. Give up your Kubuddhi, material intelligence, and Kara Shravana Kirtan. So when we do Shravana, sincere hearing, and Kirtan of the Lord, then we can obtain the lotus feet of the Lord easily. And again, Antelila 3rd chapter, Haridas Thakur's pastime comes in there. When Haridas Thakur was instructing the prostitute who has come to seduce him, we all know the story. She got converted. For 3 consecutive nights, she heard Haridas Thakur chant the holy name purely. She heard, and that influenced her, and her heart changed. She surrendered, she became a disciple of Haridas Thakur, and Haridas Thakur instructed her to obtain the lotus feet of the Lord early. What you should do? Nirantara namalao, kara tulasi sevan, achirat pabetabe, Krishnara charana. Haridas Thakur is instructing prostitute. Do these two things. Achirat pabetabe, Krishnara charana. Achirat. Getting the point? Achirat. Very easily. You will obtain the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Achirat pabetabe, Krishnara charana. What to do? He also tells 2 things. Though these 2 things are different, but 2 things. What are these 2 things? Nirantara namalavo. Constantly chant the holy name of the Lord. Kara tulasi sevan, and worship Tulsi. Nirantara namalavo, kara tulasi sevan, achirat pabetabe, Krishnara charana. So you will obtain the lotus feet of the Lord very easily if you just chant the holy name constantly and serve Tulsi. So if we combine all of these, whatever instructions have been given by great souls, sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur, Sanatana Goswami, if we just club all of them, if you want to attain the lotus feet of the Lord easily, you have to chant the holy name of the Lord, serve Gurudev, serve Vaishnavas, serve Tulasi. Just do these things and you will be able to obtain the lotus feet of the Lord very easily. Now, coming back to a different point. Okay, we can obtain, yes, it's true, we can obtain the lotus feet of the Lord easily. Basically, all these things are basically a part of bhakti which we are doing daily. We chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra, and we serve Vaishnavas, And we serve Tulsi Devi by pouring Jalvrindayai Tulsi Devi Priyayai Keshavasya Vishnu Bhakti Pade Devi Satyavatyai Namo Namaha. So we do Tulsi Pranam and all that, and we are engaged, right? But what about those people who are not getting a chance to do that? Vimukhan. Can we become an instrument to make those people Sumukhan? Sumukhan means uh, turning them towards Krishna. Once a reporter asked Srila Prabhupada, what is this special event of Krishna Janmashtami? We celebrate Janmashtami on a larger scale. Throughout the world, anyone wants to do something, attend some program, they will go to ISKCON's program, Krishna Janmashtami. Gorgeous celebrations. So a reporter asked, what is this special event of Krishna Janmashtami? And Srila Prabhupada replied, we want to give people a chance to become Krishna conscious. Giving people chance to become Krishna consciousness, right? And we saw here also at our place in Nasik, we celebrated Janmashtami. 30,000 people poured in. Everywhere you see, you who celebrate Krishna Janmashtami, 100,000 people turned out. I was told, in UK manner they celebrate Krishna Janmashtami. There also 100,000 people turn out. So lakhs of people. So Prabhupada has created this festival so that we want to give a chance to the people to turn to Krishna. They have turned away from Krishna, but we want to give them a chance to turn to Krishna so that they will be saved from gliding down towards hell. Because Yamraj is instructed, bring those people. So we have got hint who will go to Yamraj and who will not go to Yamraj. So we secure our own path by not going to hell. Yamraj ji has said, assured that don't look in the direction of devotees. Therefore, we need to become a devotee, as we read in the purport also by Srila Prabhupada. One should become a devotee. So we become devotee, and simultaneously we become an instrument to save others from going into hellish paths. Janma sarthak kari, kar para upakar. So these two instructions given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Janma sarthak kari. Janma sarthak kari is perfect your own life and kar para upakar. Do something, do upakar, be a well-wisher for others. And that's what we see from the life of Srila Prabhupada, He was in Vrindavan happily enjoying. So he gave up his own shelter of Vrindavan to give shelter to the people who were away from Vrindavan. He gave up his own shelter in Vrindavan to give shelter to the people who are away from Vrindavan, to turn them towards Krishna, giving them a chance to be Krishna conscious. And like this month, we are celebrating, Damodar month, and so many power packed with festivals, and Govardhan Puja is there. We invite people, come bow down to Govardhan, eat some prasad, chant some name, read some books, so book distribution. All these programs, whatever Srila Prabhupada has given us, they are programs with a twofold purpose: to perfect your own life and kar para upakar, to help others also to perfect their life. So our only meditation should be, how can I give a right object of meditation for people? Right? Everyone wants to meditate, right? So my meditation is one on my personal level. We meditate on Krishna, let's say. So our meditation is, okay, lotus feet of the Lord and Lord, all this is there. But when we meditate on giving others a worthy object of meditation, that is the greatest meditation. I'll repeat, what is greatest meditation? giving people the worthy object for their meditation is the greatest meditation. So we need to always constantly think of ways and means how these people, how can I make them more Krishna consciousness, and who are Vimukhan, they have turned away from Krishna. Yamraj's instructions, clearly we can take. And as I said, Prabhupada's, a 2-point formula always. You see all these activities, they are like, with these two intentions. You see, from morning program till night program, you see all those activities, they'll fall in either of these categories. Janma sarthaka kari kara para upakar. You do Nagar Sankirtan, that is both. You distribute book, that is parapakar. You read book, that is Janma sarthak kari. You eat prasad, that is Janma sarthak kari. You distribute prasad, that is parapakar. You dress the deities, that is Janma sarthak kari. You allow others to come and take darshan, that is para upakar. So everything what Srila Prabhupada is giving us is basically with this intention of perfecting our life, becoming devotees and going back to Godhead. But not only that, but also helping others to change the direction of their way instead of hell towards back to Godhead. And with the blessings of Srila Prabhupada, we can obviously do something which is within our capacity. Nimitta matram bhava savyasachin, as Krishna says in 11th chapter of Gita. You become an instrument. So we can become an instrument of compassion in the hands of those who are compassionate, who are trying to spread this mission worldwide. So it's our duty, it's our chance, and therefore what Mahaprabhu has said, Bharata Bhumite Haila Manusya Janma Jar Janma Sarthaka Kari Kara Para Upakar. Now Bharata Bhumite, don't translate it as India, that is the wrong translation. Bharat Bhumite is Bharata Khanda or Bharata Varsha, So we have recently completed 5th canto, right? If you read from the 5th canto, our entire earth is a part of Bharat Varsha. Bharat Varsha is divided into 7 parts again, and in one corner we find whole earth. So whole earth is a part of Bharat Varsha, in that Jambudvip, whole Jambudvip. So everyone, whether you are staying in Australia, US, UK, wherever on the planet Earth, this instruction given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is applicable to all of us. So we can recommit ourselves. We can pray to Govardhanji. We can. It's like Nija Nikata Nivas Dehi Mama Govardhanatvam. I was talking the other day. I think some of you are celebrating Govardhan Puja today. We are celebrating here tomorrow. So Nija Nikata Nivas Dehi Mama Govardhanatvam. Govardhanatvam. Oh Govardhana, give me shelter near you. That is one way of understanding this prayer. The second meaning is Govardhanatvam means, like we have Vaishnav and we have Vaishnavata. Getting the point? Vaishnav and Vaishnavata. So Govardhana and Govardhanata. What is Govardhanatva? Govardhanatva means giving pleasure to Krishna. So, O Govardhana, give us this boon that we get Govardhanatva. Means we get this ability to please Lord Krishna. Because Govardhan has only one desire, to always please Krishna. And if you read that, Antaya Madridabala Haridasa Varyo Yadrama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoriat Pani Yasuya Sakandara Kandamulaihi. So please, they glorify Govardhan. Govardhan has provided everything for the pleasure of Krishna. So we ask Govardhan on this day that Govardhanatva, that ability to please Krishna, doing everything for the pleasure of Krishna. And from the verse also we understand today that how do we please Krishna? But we also become perfect by following all the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada, and we also become the instrument in the hands of compassionate, great devotees and turning others towards Krishna, who have become Krishna Vimukha. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. We can take some questions if someone has.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Prabhupada. Very, very wonderful class, Prabhuji, and how nicely you explained the glories of the holy name and how Srila Prabhupada was giving examples of like Mukundamala Stotra and how he was telling us how to take shelter of holy name. So thank you so much. Anybody has any question, please raise your hand and unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much. It was such a beautiful class. I don't have any questions. I just wanted to say thank you for the reminders, especially toward the end of the class about, what Srila Prabhupada gave up to give us this opportunity to come to Krishna consciousness. And it was so lovely how you spoke of how he was interviewed, or how a reporter asked him why we did Janmashtami. And it was such a sweet response that he gave to give everyone that chance to come to Krishna consciousness. And it really sparked something in my heart to remind me that, yeah, that's why I'm preaching, I'm not just, telling people about Krishna just because, I'm a devotee and I want them to know I want to bring them to Krishna, so thank you so much for that reminder. It really, really touched me deeply. And yes, and it will help me, it will help me be a stronger preacher, and it will help me really try to connect even deeper with people when I preach to them. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
True. So true. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a question like when we go out for preaching, especially for Damodar Aarti, and in so many Indians, they come and they do Aarti and oh yeah, it is so nice and they appreciate. But after that, they don't take up the Krishna conscious. They say, oh, we sing Vishnu Sahasranam and we have our programs and everything. So they are all set. That's what they think. But they don't, really want to take the new thing, which is we are telling us to read Bhagavad Gita and join Bhagavad Gita classes and like that. So how to, reach them?
Yeah, at least, at least we are giving them a chance to become Krishna conscious. All right. So during Damodar Aarti, we are giving them a chance to offer a lamp to the Lord. That itself is such a glorious activity. So they offer ghee lamp to the Lord, and they offer prayers of Damodar stuff. Maybe listen to a talk. So that itself, their bhakti has started actually. So may not be emanated directly through their actions, but still, if they are living a sattvic life and okay, whatever Vishnu Sahasranam, whatever they are doing, so let them continue to do that. We can ask them, okay, you continue to do that. Just why don't you add this, chanting Hare Krishna, which is Kalir Doshanidhi Rajana Astiye Mahan Guna, quoting some scriptures like that, and asking them, not forcing them, and sometimes some while inviting them once, twice. But if they are not ready, not willing to accept, then let them be on their own. Someday, some impression of this Damodar, what we have done, will flash up in their minds. Someday they'll come up. Bhakti is not something like, everyone will perfect in one life only. So even Bharat Maharaj, who was on the Bhava platform, he took 3 births to complete his process. So these people, at least they will get some sukruti of associating with devotees. These people will accumulate those spiritual credits, and soon they will take up. Now, how soon? That is not in our hand.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept
Hare
my
Krishna.
humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Very nice class, Prabhu. Prabhu, I have one question, which is not related to today's topic, but it is related to like this concept of hell and everything. So, Prabhu, we see that from few classes, I came to know that like before death, like the Yamaduta, if that particular person has done sinful activities and never done Harinam, the Yamadutas will come and they will separate the subtle body from the soul, and they will take the soul with them. So the thing is, we see the ghosts and spirits around. So what they are doing here, Prabhu? Means uh, are those not going anywhere? Like why they are here? Are they are not being taken by Yamadutas or the Vishnu Dutas, or how it is?
Actually, those ghosts and spirits are basically those souls who have not yet got any another body. There are some things as natural death and accidental death, accidental or unnatural death. So everyone has got a stipulated lifespan. Let us say someone has got a lifespan of 50,000 breaths. I'm just giving an example because our lifespan is not number of years but number of breaths. Someone has got 50,000 breaths and someone accidentally dies or whatever, commits suicide or whatever in 40,000 breaths. So that person will not get next destination. So for those remaining 10,000 breaths period, that person will be hovering around in the subtle body only, not getting any sthula sharira. So what we see, those hovering around, are those types of souls who have not yet got another body. That's what I'd like to say.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
So thank you all very much. Thank you. So thank you for giving me opportunity to speak something on
Yes.
Srimad Bhagavatam. And today is like the Grahan is going on, solar eclipse, and when one does a spiritual activity, it gets immense credit. So thank you for providing me that, and thank you for patiently listening to the talk. So thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Your obviously.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Mataji, there was a
jai,
question
Srila
in the chat
Prabhupada
box.
ki jai.
That's okay, Mataji. Prabhuji has to go.
Okay.
Please be our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhya.
Kapachudiyasta, keep us in the Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Krishna.
Yes, Krishna Dhan Prabhuji ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you so
Krishna,
much.
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Gauranga,
Krishna.
Nityananda,
Nityananda.
Radhe
So,
Radhe.
Padma Sakhi
Hare Krishna.
Hi.
Hare Krishna.
Now we will start the Brajamandal Parikrama by Her Grace Padma Sakhi Mataji.
Mataji, one.
Okay. So what am I sharing?
Today we are going to Barsana Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Okay. Just one last minute, Mataji. I'm opening one. Barsana. So much to say. Mataji, am I sharing the screen? Can you see it?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Okay, so today from Kamyaman, we are still going to Barsana. Yesterday also we were on that path. So we have seen Kanvara yesterday. So we will start going from there. All the way till Barsana. Wish you all a very happy Govardhan Puja. Thank you all so much for staying back. And we'll seek the blessings of Radha Shyam Sundar, Gaurnita, Shri Krishna Balaram, Shri Vrinda Devi, Srila Prabhupada and all the Guru Vargas, so that we'll be able to do our parikrama with a humble mood. So we'll start. So as we are going, we will come to a place called Kadamba Kandi. If you remember, we have seen the pastime of that Nagaji Baba, whose jata got stuck in thorns. So that actually happened in Kadamba Kandi, that pastime, where Krishna comes and he gives the deity of Banke Bihari. We have seen the deity yesterday. So that happened here at Kadamba Kandi, and it's full of lot of Kadamba trees, 20 kilometers from Varsana. Actually, His Holiness Indradumna Maharaj recently went to this place and he only posted many pictures and videos. So he says that he met one sadhu who was living there for almost whole of his life under a banyan tree. And it seems the sadhu said, like, he sleeps beside an ant hill where 2 cobras come out daily to look for food from the ant hill. And he's not scared, but that Baba still stays there. So at Kadamba Kandi, we'll see this small temple. Kadamba, these are how actually, as we are going, while going to Barsana at such Ghevar one is there. So it's a very thick forest. And when we go to Vrindavan, mostly it's not like today's what we see. It's not commercial. It is out of the material world. It is out of the commercial world. So it's very beautiful place. And especially Barsana has thick forests. Once upon a time, a lot of thick forests, but now little less. So when we are going through this path, we will see one trees intertwined, like Kadamba at this place, Tamal tree and this Kadamba tree. They are intertwined. And we know Kadamba tree is compared to Radharani because of the golden flowers. And Tamal tree is also there in the courtyard of Krishna Balaram temple because it's blackish in complexion. It's compared to Krishna. So these 2 trees are intertwined and it's this like a quiet valley, very quiet place. We'll be walking that way. And this is Tamal tree in Krishna Balaram's courtyard. And as we are going, we will first see the village of Sudhevi and Rangadevi. They both are twins and they belong to this village called Sunharaga. This is the temple. We have a small temple where Radha, Krishna, Sudhevi and Rangadevi are there. Sunera village, and it is 2 kilometers from Kadamba Kandi. And the parents, her parents are Sukkaruna and Dharma Bhanu, and their age. So they belong to one Parvat. Like her father is considered to be a big scholar those days. Sudevi and Rangadevi's father, and they used to live on Suvarnachal Parvat. So their age is 14 years, 2 months, and 8 days eternally. When we see them, they are of that age, 14 years, 2 months, and 8 days. And Sudevi is 7 days younger. So, sorry. Yes.
what I'm saying. Sudevi and Rangadevi, they are 7 days younger to Radharani. And Sudevi, like in twins also, one is older, one is younger. Few minutes, like Sudevi is older. And Rangadevi, her body complexion is like lotus filament, that light lotus filament color. And her dress is always the color of red rose. And her main service is she will apply that red color to the feet, lotus feet of Radha and Krishna, like a mehendi, red color. So she applies that. And her main gopi manjaris who help Rangadevi are, what's her name? Mangalam. The names are very nice, so that's why I noted. Recently, His Holiness Indradumna Swami Maharaj, past 2 years, he's doing a lot of series on Vrindavan's pastimes. So he's telling more details. So he mentioned the Manjari's names. Manjari names of Rangadevi are Mangalam Manjari, Kunda Manjari, Madana Manjari. They are main assistants, and she also has 8 other gopis helping her. Their names are Kalakanti, Shashikala, Kamala, Kamala Madhura, Indira, Kadarba Sundari, Kamalatika, Prema Manjari. So these gopis. And then we discussed at Radha Kund that all the Sakhis have their own, like there are 8 kunjas in Radha Kund. So hers is towards the southwest, and the color of her kunja is blackish grove. And then we'll come to Sudevi. Rangadevi is done. Now Sudevi. Sudevi's bodily complexion is blackish goldish complexion, and she does all Krishna's water pastimes. So her service is Jal Seva, water seva. And her Manjari is famous, like her assistant Manjaris are Suramukhi Manjari, Padma Manjari, Taraka Manjari. And the gopis are Kaleri, Charukabara, Sukeshi, Manjukeshika, Harhera, Mahahira, Harkanta, and Manohara. It's very nice to take the auspicious name on this most auspicious day. So, and her service is she braids Radharani's long hair, and she's very well known for sending messages through parrots to the divine couple. And she's a scholar in the language of birds. And it is said that she can control rain, heat to give pleasure to the divine couple. And her grove is towards the southwest, and it is black color grove, and her color is emerald color. And she always, so what happens, it is said that at her grove is the place where they play this dice games, and Krishna is always losing. Krishna always loses, and one time the cowherd boys will come and tell, I think Sudevi is always in favor of Radharani, that's why you're losing. So Krishna, you go and play at Vidagdha Kund. Even at Vidagdha Kund, Krishna loses the dice game. So Krishna, in front of Radharani's devotion, he always loses. And one small pastime of how Rangadevi and Sudevi, they help Krishna is, so Rangadevi, Sudevi, Krishna and Radharani's pastimes, or their meeting pastimes. So one time Rangadevi and Sudevi, these 2 little girls, will go to sell butter because they're gopis in a nearby village. They just went to sell butter. And Dankeli pastime, as always, they are stopped by the Gopa boys saying, like, you're not supposed to sell here, you have to pay taxes. And there was an argument. And what did the cowherd boys do? They broke the pot of Rangadevi and Sudevi, and they made them angry. So Rangadevi, Sudevi, they kind of got angry, and they went and complained to Radharani. And they said, Radharani, like these cowherd boys, like we are not able to control them. They're doing like so much of, every day they're doing this so much of naughtiness. And when I go and say to Nanda Maharaj, he just smiles. And when I say to Mother Rohini, she just thinks I am just lying. So what should you do? Radharani, you should do something. You have to do something. So then Radharani will get very angry. How come Krishna do this to my gopis? And then she will say, if Krishna comes, then I am not going to talk to him. Like that she will think. And then Krishna comes, actually. When Krishna comes, and then a gopi tells her, like, oh, Krishna is coming, Krishna is coming. And immediately she will hide. she will hide at one spot because she doesn't want to see him. And then what happened, Krishna will come and knock the door, and he will say, Radharani, open the, I'm seeing, so Radharani, open the door, it's me. And then she will ask, what is meant by it's me, who are you? Then again he will say, oh Radharani, it's me, Krishna, open the door. She's like, I don't know, I don't know any Krishna. Who's Krishna? Who are you? Like that he will say. But then she will say, I am Shyama Sundara. Then she'll be saying, no, I don't know who is Shyama Sundara. Like that she'll be showing her man. And then he will say, I am your Madhusudan. So she'll say, oh, Madhusudan, that means you're Madhu, you are a bumblebee. What is there for you to do here? Go to a forest. And he will say, I am Gopal. She'll say, Gopal, that means you're a caretaker of cows. Why are you coming here? Go and take care of your cows. Then she will say like, no, I am your Ganashyam. Then he will say Ganashyam. So that means you're the dark clouds. So what do you have to do here? Go and, give rain to a place where there is a lot of thirst and needed. So just go do like that. Then Krishna will understand, like Radharani is very angry. So now she can get out of that man, that anger, only when she feels that separation. So what will she do? He will leave that place and he will just go. Now immediately after Krishna left, what Krishna thought worked, and she starts feeling so much of separation. She will start crying. Oh, I will never show my anger again on Krishna. Krishna left this place. Now what should I do? Like that she'll be crying. And then Ranga Devi comes. Ranga Devi come and she will see Radharani is feeling so sad, and gopis cannot take Radharani being sad. So she will say, no, I will just go and bring Krishna. Don't worry. Like that she'll be saying. But she feels so bad when Radharani is sad. Then she'll go look for Krishna. So Krishna is sitting on the banks of Yamuna and he's throwing stones into Yamuna and he feels sad. So Ranga Devi, as if she doesn't know anything, she will ask like, what Krishna, what happened, why are you sad? And Krishna says what has happened, like Radharani's no, first initially he will not say anything. He's like quite calm, and then she will ask like, did you lose something? And Krishna says, I lost my everything. And then Krishna says that then Rangadevi, then he will explain. So Rangadevi will say, okay, then I will go and bring Radharani. So Krishna will say, no, now I don't think Radharani's anger will go anymore. And she'll say, Krishna, you don't know the true nature of us. We can stop time, we can freeze the sun, we can churn the clouds, and we can do, like, we can do anything. We can make the Lord of three worlds dance by the movement of our eyes. So that's none other than Krishna. So she will say, like, we can tie mad elephants with that lotus filament. Lotus filament is very, very tender. So we can we can tie a mad elephant also with that. So why is it not possible? I'll go and bring Radharani. So she'll go and she'll talk to Radharani. She'll say, Krishna is there. Krishna is feeling very sad. We have to go. And then like a procession, all the gopis taking Radharani, they will take to Krishna on that banks of Yamuna. And they'll kind of rejoin them because Radharani was feeling separation, Krishna was feeling bad. So Ranga Devi will do that service. So she'll take Radharani and again reunite them. So that's one pastime. It's not my pastime. Indradyumna Maharaj has explained 2 years back. And then as we are coming, we will come to one place called everything is just very close. Swarnahara Gram. So it is said that Brahma is in golden complexion and he came here and he did austerities. Why did he do? Because he wanted to see the pastimes of Krishna, and he wanted to, he was requesting like the feet of Krishna's devotees and Krishna's dust like should fall on his head. So he will get a boon. That's why now we are going to Barsana. Barsana hill is also called as Brahma Parvat. Brahma became the hill in Barsana. Shiva became the hill in Nandagaon. So that's why this village where Brahma has performed his austerities, it is called as Swarnahara Gram. And as we are going, we'll see these three places: Sakigiri Parvat, Chitra Vichitra Shila, and Shikalini Shila. So what happened here was, if you go, this is a very, very small place. One time, Radharani, very opulently dressed, her veil has a lot of nice embroidery, lot of stones, very opulent veil, her dress. And one time when she comes here, her veil fell down. So the rocks felt so ecstatic, thinking like, oh, Radharani's veil is touching us. So it's like Mahaprasadam, right? So they feel, and then they got melted. So all the impressions of her veil are there on the stones there. And that place is there, like very small place. You can like a small tomb is built, and under that we can see all these rocks with Radharani's dress impressions. And this is the place where they played Holi also. And still after 5,000 years, still on the rocks we'll see little reddish hue. The pink color hue is still there. Far away we have to go to see those rocks. This is Sakigiri Parvat and Chitra Vichitra Shila. And then as we are coming, we will come to Unchgaon, Lalita Sakhi. So Lalita Sakhi is one of the famous gopi amongst the 8 Sakhis. 3 are famous: Radharani, Lalita Sakhi, and Vishaka Sakhi. So according to Radha Krishna Ganodesha Deepika, she's 27 years older to Radharani. So Devi Ranga Devi is 7 days younger, but she's 27 days older. She's also called as Anuradha. And her dress is like a peacock feather color, and her body color is the color of cow urine. How cow urine is? His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj mentions in this book all these details. Her mother is Saradhi and father is Vishoka. Husband is Bhairava and he's a friend of cowherd Govardhana. Rupa Manjari is the main assistant of Lalita Sakhi. So Lalita Sakhi, we know how she is always there in many interesting pastimes. So one time what happened was, we'll see. Yes, so if you know the famous festival, in 2 years back, even in Bhakti Sangha Kids Academy, we made kids do this. It's called Sanji Festival, not like the regular Rangoli that the ladies do in the morning. If we see during the Pitru Paksha time, Bhadra Purnima, Pitru Paksha, that time, the 15 days Pitru Paksha, they celebrate this Sanji Festival. So what do? If you see the Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's leelas, they keep the pictures in the center, and basically they decorate with lots of flowers. Whole of Vrindavan, as you walk on the streets in all the major temples, they do this Sanji festival. So what happened was, during the Pitru Paksha, Jatila and Kutila, they will keep a rule to Radharani saying that these 15 days you should not leave the house, because it is inauspicious to leave the house during this Pitru Paksha time. So you don't leave the house, just stay. The matter of leaving house, you should not even leave the room, just stay. And Radharani was very, very sad. She was crying, because how can she stay without seeing her Lord Krishna? She cannot stay without seeing him for 15 days. That's her devotion, not even for a minute. So she'll be crying, and then she'll think, what should I do now? So immediately she will remember Lalita Sakhi. So Lalita Sakhi will come. As soon as she thinks, Lalita Sakhi will come. Then she will say the problem. Then Lalita Sakhi will think, what should I do? Then she will come up with a plan. So Sanji festival is going. So Sanja Devi, she's the wife of sun god. So she'll say, we will worship her. When we worship her, maybe, we'll have a solution. So then she will say, okay, I'll go to Purnamasi and I'll take her blessings. And Purnamasi also always, she helps in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna and uniting them. So she'll go and tell her plan. So this is what is the problem, and this is the plot. So Purnamasi will say, oh, this is very nice. And if Jatila comes to me, I'll tell, yeah, this tradition is there, worshipping Sanja Devi is there. It's mentioned in the Vedas. I'll tell her. So this is also a ritual. So she listens to me. So then when the Lalita Sakhi goes and mentions to Jatila and Kutila, then they'll say, oh, where is this mentioned that you have to do this puja? Then she'll go check with Purnamasi, and Purnamasi says, no, it is there in that this puja, this worship has to be done. Then she'll go and Jatila Kutila will go and say, Jatila will go and say to Radharani, okay, you may now go and do this puja, but make sure you should not talk with any men, because if you talk with men, then it is inauspicious to your husband, so don't talk. So then Radharani will go with Lalita Sakhi, and they will go to Govardhan. Where in Govardhan? Which place? Govindakund. They'll go to groves near Govindakund. Lalita Sakhi will take her there. And Krishna came to take care of the cows. So he was herding the cows, and he was nicely resting. So then Krishna, Lalita Sakhi will say indirectly to Radharani that, oh, there's a blackish blue flower here. It's very nice. We have to collect these flowers to make the fest, to make the decorations in the evening, Sanj, to celebrate the Sanji festival. Let's go and collect the blackish blue flower. So as they go, Krishna, as usual, Krishna will say, hey, who are you? And then Lalita Sakhi will say, you're asking us, who are you? Have you never seen us? And then Lalita Sakhi will say, no. Krishna will say, no, I have never seen you. Who are you? And then Lalita Sakhi will say that, really? You don't know us? She will say, she is the queen of Vrindavan, and she's a daughter of King Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and you still don't know us? And then he will say, I don't know, who are you, and why are you coming here to take flowers from my groves? It's not possible. You cannot do this. This is my grove. I am the owner. And then Radharani, after seeing Krishna, she becomes so emotional, and she didn't even look at Krishna. She knows that Krishna is there, she will start crying, and her tear falls on her foot, and Krishna's reflection is, because Krishna is standing on the drop, on the drop of a tear, Krishna's reflection is there. So she's just looking at that Krishna's reflection on the drop of a tear. And then he just asks, who is this? She's not even looking at me. Who is she? And then Lalita Sakhi will say, okay, we have a lot of work to do, just move. And then Krishna will immediately move. And it is said that, Lalita Sakhi is very good at that argument. She talks. When she talks, we cannot say no. It is said that Gnanis can be defeated by Acharyas. Acharyas can be defeated by Mahajans. Mahajans can be defeated by Brahma. Brahma can be defeated by Shiva. Shiva can be defeated by Garuda. Garuda can be defeated by Vishnu. Vishnu can be defeated by Lakshmi. Lakshmi can be defeated by Saraswati. Saraswati can be defeated by Krishna. But Krishna can be defeated by Lalita Sakhi in an argument. So now Krishna will say immediately, Lalita Sakhi says, you move. We have a lot of things to do. And then Radharani was still not looking at Krishna, just looking at that reflection. And they will move forward, collect the flowers, and then they will leave. Evening, Radharani made her Sanji that she decorated, and Krishna, while coming back, he looked at the Sanji that was made by Radharani. So that's how Lalita Sakhi plays a vital role in uniting Radha and Krishna. So Radharani was feeling bad, and she took her to Krishna, and she made her, meet Krishna. So that is one more pastime about Lalita Sakhi. And then as we are going, we will go see Narayana Bhatta Goswami's Samadhi. It's very close to, it's towards the right side of Lalita Sakhi's village. And he was a disciple of Krishna Das Brahmachari, who was the disciple of Gadadhar Pandit. He was born in Madhura Patana, and he traveled in Vrindavan at the age of 12, and is known as Vrajacharya. He was the one who established this Vrajamandal Parikrama that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had followed. He was the one who and how did he know? Because he used to wear a locket with Radha and Krishna. He used to have it in his neck. And as he was walking, if he get doubt anywhere, they used to literally come out and show him the path. And Radharani, as a little girl, she would hold a little stick. And if that all there was a Rasastali, she would draw a circle with that stick. So when she draws a circle, that means that is the place of Rasastali. And that's how he discovered almost 333 forests and so many holy places of Sri Krishna. And close to this samadhi is small Balaramji deity, which was worshipped by Narayan Bhatta Goswami, his personal deity. And Lalita Krishna temple is also there and near this Samadhi Mandir. So we'll see this, and these are all the accomplishments of Narayan Bhatta Goswami. And actually here he appeared on the he left this world on the appearance day of Vaman Dev. So here at this Samadhi Mandir there is one well called Triveni Koop next to his Samadhi, and said that Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati waters are there, and opposite side of the hill there is Deha Kund also. And very, very important deities that were found, like now we are in Barsana, and the most famous deity is Lala Ladli temple. So those deities were found by him, and Baladev deity, and Sanketa Devi, Seshasai. Seshasai we'll see in Kokilavan, Kameshwar Mahadev, Mahavidya Devi, all these deities, and the Varaha deity in Mathura, they were all found by him. So many other things, Barsana, Deha Kund, Gai Kund. And now we will come to Barsana. So we are entering Barsana. So Barsa means rain. So Krishna's love is falling as rain in this place. So especially whole of Vrindavan, Radharani is most prominent, and this is her place. So Barsana is very beautiful, one of the most beautiful, and whoever sees, they will love this place. Very, very nice place. And as just discussed, so this is the whole view of Barsana village. And then as we said, Brahma, he lives for 311 trillion years, and even the demigods turn to him, he's the father of all the universe who lives such long, and even the demigods will go and approach him. But that Brahma, according to Varaha Purana, he wanted to see the pastimes of Radha, dust of Radha Krishna and his devotees on his head. So he became this hill, and his peaks, like Brahma has 4 heads, right? So they became 3 peaks. Like basically there are 4 peaks in Barsana. They're called as Dangad, Mangad, Vilasgad, and Bhangad. So Shriji temple is on Bhangad. In Dangad there is a temple. So Vilasgad is Vishnu. Only that Vilasgad is Vishnu, and all the 3 belong to Brahma. So Brahma's heads became these 3 peaks, and Vilasgad is belonging to Vishnu. That's why it said like Vilasgad is little whitish in complexion. Sorry, Brahma's Parvat is blackish in whitish in complexion. So we are going to Barsana. So when we go, we'll see Chitrasaki's village. And in Chitrasaki's village, there is Dohani Kund. So that is the place where Vrishabhanu Maharaj would bring his cows, and then all the calves used to be here, and then Krishna used to milk the cows, and Radharani wanted to learn to milk cows, and Krishna said, I will teach you. And when he was teaching, he used to do all the pranks on her, like he would make milk fall on her, and he would do all the pranks. So and then Chitrasaki, actually she is a very good painter. And Mother Yashoda, one time she requested Chitrasaki to paint Krishna's picture. She was looking for somebody to paint, if they can paint Krishna's picture, and she actually asked her. And her seva is also bringing clothes and garlands, and she tastes food, various foods, and she's very good at just looking at the ingredients. She can tell, just by glancing at them, she can tell what it is, how it looks. So she's a very good cook, and her body color is like kumkum color. She wears that light crystal glass color dress. And then as we go here, we'll see the first place in Barsana is Shankari Kor. Very, very must seen place, very famous. So this path that we are seeing is in between the Brahma Parvat and Vishnu Parvat. So one side is whitish in color. Brahma is golden complexion, so is whitish in color. Vishnu, Krishna's belonging to Krishna, so it is little blackish in color. So these, in between these two, we have this path. And the speciality of this path is, if you're fat or thin, doesn't matter. Only one person will fill at a time. One person will fit. His Grace Dinabandhu Prabhu explains, like only one person can. It's not like thin, two people can go. It's not like that. Only one. And the most important here is tax collecting pastime happened. Many places it happened, but the most famous, because you just saw so many gopis are around, all the Ashtasakhi villages are there, and then they go to sell butter. So this is the most happening place of the Danakeli pastime. And as we know that Krishna is always doing this, and then the gopis get so upset, like every day Krishna is doing this and doing tax collecting and he's troubling us. So they will go and complain to elder gopis, and the elder gopis will come. 1:10 ratio, like they, for one gopa, 10 gopis will come to catch hold of them, and they all will catch hold of Krishna, and they'll kind of tease him. They'll make him wear gopi dress, and they'll put pot on his head, and they will throw stones, and Krishna kind of becomes full wet with yogurt and milk and butter. So, and then they'll say, you go and ask forgiveness from Radharani. And then when he goes and asks forgiveness from Radharani, he will say, hey Radhe, I will not do this anymore. But Radharani will say, no, Krishna, we enjoy all the past, like all this naughtiness that you do. No, please don't say you will not do it again. You please do. And the speciality is, even till date, the greasiness, the rocks have that greasiness of butter, yogurt, because of the pot breaking, and it just fell around. So even we can see the greasiness till date. And if you go there, little boys, they also, kind of imitating the tax pastimes. Recently we went, and one kid was literally, he was just, because I have 5 rupee coin and there were 1 rupee coins. So the other kids were saying, you should give all equal money. You cannot give 5 rupees to one. Like that, the kids were just talking. Then I'm like making like arrangements so that everybody will have some equal amount of money. And this kid was grabbing this 5 rupee coin so hard. He would hardly be 5 or 6 years old. I couldn't pull it from him. He took 5 rupees, and everybody was like, you gave him 5 rupee, you have to give us also. I'm like, I don't have more coins. So they do this tax collecting pastimes. If you give them something, the little kids, they'll be happy. So that happens here. And see, His Grace Dinabandhu Prabhuji is going. And then this is the Tavat, and there's one small temple here. And inside the temple also, there are so many pictures depicting the pastime. This is one of them, but there will be a lot. And then this temple is there. I don't know why Sita Lakshman Mandir is there, but Sita Lakshman are also there here at the Shankari Court. And then with this pastime, we will end for today. So Krishna Kund, or it is also called as Radha Sarovar. What happened was, one of my very, very famous pastime. I always tell my kids love this pastime. So Barsana has a huge forest called as Ghevar 1. And in the middle of Ghevar 1 is Mor Kutir. And in the Mor Kutir, we will see this Krishna Kund. So Mor Kutir, Mayur Kutir, they are very close by, just opposite to each other. And then what happened, we'll see lot of people trees around this Krishna Kund. So one day, Krishna and all the cowherd boys came to this place. They were all thirsty. So Krishna played his flute, and they were having no water. So he took his flute, played the flute, and dug a well, and this water has come. This kund has appeared. So Krishna Kund. So what happened, one time, the gopis, being worried about their butter and milk products being stolen by the gopas, so they will make a precaution. They will tie them on the top, and they will add bells, so that if somebody touches the pot, the bells will immediately ring. So they'll make that arrangement. They'll close the windows, they'll lock the doors, and then they'll go. And all the cowherd boys, now they will come. Krishna, Madhumangal, Sudhama, they all will come with Ujjwal, all the gopas. Then they will come, they'll start looking for the milk products, butter, and then they will go slowly. They will go like one gopa will go on top of the other, make like steps or a big ladder, and Krishna will be on the top. So Krishna spoke to the bells. We know in spiritual world, everything has feelings, everything can talk. So he told to the bells, please don't ring. If you ring, then I'm going to get caught. Please don't ring. So he will say that, and he'll keep his hand inside. And the bell started ringing. And Krishna says, I told you not to ring. Why are you ringing? And the gopi and the bells will say, my lord, you are our master, and we are offering our food. The food is in inside our pots. Like, the food is being offered to you. So we have to ring the bell. That's why I'm ringing the bell. And now all the gopis will come, hearing the bells, they'll come to know, like, somebody is in there. So they will come running, and then the gopas will think, no, we have to escape. Chalo, chalo, let's go. And they're escaping from the window. But one guy could not escape, one gopa boy. He's Madhumangal. Why? Because he was plumpy and fat. He got stuck in the window. And the gopis caught him. And then they tied him to a peepal tree here at Krishna Kund. They tied his shikha to a peepal tree, and they were swinging him front and back, and they were swinging him. And he was like, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. I was calling Krishna. And then Krishna comes and he will say, you're doing a big aparad. Madhumangal is a Brahmana, and how can you do like this? You're doing a big sin. And all the gopis will get scared. Now what should we do? We did this aparad. Now what should we do? They'll get so scared. Krishna will say, all of you go home and bring some offerings to Madhumangal and feed him. Then do the atonement. So they all will go bring. Madhumangal likes food, right? They'll bring a lot of laddus and they'll feed Madhumangal, and Madhumangal is very pleased, and he will say, tell me, what do you want? And then they all will say, please bless us that we will get Krishna as our husband. And Madhumangal will say, Tadastu. So if you go to Krishna Kund, you will see the sitting place, where the gopis made Madhumangal sit. You will see that throne also. So this is the place where he was sitting. He was made to sit by the gopis. So that is the pastime here at Krishna Kund. We have more pastimes. We will see tomorrow. This is the More Kutir. So from More Kutir, if you see, More Kutir, if you see, you can see Man Mandir. This is Man Mandir. And this is Krishna Kund. If you come below of More Kutir, you will see Krishna Kund. And opposite to More Kutir, you will see Man Mandir. So inside More Kutir, you'll have More is peacock. So Radharani and Krishna says peacocks. We'll see why tomorrow. So this is the picture there in More Kutir. Radha and Krishna as peacocks. And then see Man Mandir, we can see from More Kutir. These are the steps to More Kutir. So we'll see the pastimes maybe tomorrow, Mataji, because today is Govardhan Puja, or is it? It's already 9. Should I stop? Shamgari Mataji, I think today everybody must be busy. Mataji, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Mataji is not muted, but we can't hear her.
We can't hear you, Mataji. She's saying something.
Yeah, we can't hear her.
Yes, Mataji. Can I go 10 more minutes or should I stop? We can hear you, Mataji. Suddenly it stopped. Okay, maybe before Mataji comes, we can go one more pastime.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
I was saying very nice, all the names of Manjiris.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
We will see in Barsana, before we finish, all the other Ashtasaki villages and the pastimes also we'll try to see.
Yes.
Should I stop here, Mataji? Can we see tomorrow or can I go 10 more minutes? What do you say?
Yes. No, we can stop here.
Yes, Mataji. Okay. Okay, thank you all so much. Happy Govardhan Puja once again. Barsana Dham ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you so much.
Barsana Dham
ki jai. We'll see more beautiful pastimes tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Govardhan Puja ki